way back in the days long before modern ways, when magic was really the rage, Kryspen Quester of Kells joined the College of Spells in the hopes of becoming a mage. The seasons would pass as he took every class for an abracadabra degree, and for guidance he'd look in a magical book which could talk and take notes perfectly. All wizards at least need a magical beast, and Kryspen's was really a prize. It was called an oolak, and it had quite a knack for transforming its shape and its size. According to rule, all the wizards in school were sent on a difficult quest. So the headmaster said, "We'll send Kryspen ahead to the future, his talents to test." And then with a blast, he abandoned the past and came to the time called today, where the traffic and din of the town he was in nearly caused him to faint dead away. Amidst this distress, he recalled an address where he knew his headquarters would be, a museum wherein he could calmly begin to investigate this century. With films and with screens and with picture machines, he knew more than ever before. If to learn you're inclined, flick a switch and you'll find Hocus Pocus, the world's at your door.
At last it's arrived, and now I can finally choose a profession.
I hope you choose more wisely than Professor Rhombus.
Look at all those people out there. Each one of them has a special profession, a unique job to do. But how do they decide which one? So many possibilities. Modern people are a lot like you, Ulak. They could be almost anything. Back in Kells, finding your life's work was a lot different. Every family created what it needed. We were all self-sufficient. We made our clothes from the wool of our sheep. We grew our own food. We even fashioned our own tools. And everybody did a little bit of everything, so there was no need for so many specialized jobs. Deciding what to become was hardly a problem.
Especially not for you. An apprentice wizard can turn into anything and back again.
Oh, but it's more than just changing shapes. That's a simple trick. I want to know who I am inside and what I would have been had I been born in this modern world. And this will help me. My Kwick Kareers Kounseling Kit.
Congratulations! You are about to join the many millions of Americans who have found successful careers in the professional world through the modern miracle of our Kwick Successful Professional Career Counseling course.
You see?
A voyage of self-discovery complete in one package. A surefire, instantaneous, step-by-step guide to your very own glamorous future. Are you tired of the same old routine, the same old job? Do you wake up every morning dreading another day of boredom?
I dread far more another visit from Professor Rhombus.
Do you long for new challenges and adventure?
Well, I would like something a bit new.
Well, here's how to begin. Simply reach into the box and choose one motivational movie from our selection of fascinating films for every field.
Here's one. You can get a job in personal service. Well, let's see what this film has to say.
People everywhere, people working here and there. Everybody has a job to do. When you grow up, what about you? What will you be when you grow up?
An astronaut.
What will you be when you grow up?
A carpenter.
What will you be when you grow up?
A mountain climber.
What about you? If you like helping other people and take pride in what you do, then owning a business all your own could be the right thing for you. You could do things in your own way, 'cause you'd be the one in charge, and your business could be successful, whether it's small or large.
There are millions of cars in the United States, and sooner or later they all need serviced or repaired. I'm John, part owner of a gas station and an auto repair center. I think I have a good job. I started working for Jim after I got out of mechanic school. We got along well and became partners to share in the business. Jim handles a lot of the management of the station, like ordering gasoline, supplies, and writing up the repair orders. I spend most of my time working on the cars. That's what I like best. Ever since I was 9 or 10, I liked cars. I was always watching while my brother worked on his old junker. I started helping him and really enjoyed it. I don't mind getting dirty or greasy or putting in a lot of long, hard hours to get a person's car done on time. I just like working on cars and repairing them. Our business started out small, but as people learned that they could depend on us to repair their cars properly, our business grew, and we needed extra help. So we hired Gloria. Gloria went to automotive repair school and specialized in engine tune-ups. She can take an engine apart completely and put it back together again. And Gloria is really good at finding out what is wrong with an engine. Many times she just listens to the engine while it's running and will know what's wrong before she takes it apart. Gloria has really helped out our business. She does very good work, and our customers are always satisfied. We have a rule here. Service each car as though it were our own. We don't want someone to have an accident because we didn't do our job right. Giving good service is the reason we're in business. And that good service is for all our customers. I believe that giving good service and being a good friend is the same thing.
You would have people depending on you to do the best work you can. You would be a part of the things that you do by lending a helping hand.
My little business started out by accident. I own a kennel and take care of pets for people. I went to college to study chemistry. After I graduated, I worked as a chemist for a while, but my real interest was animals. I liked animals of all kinds, but dogs were my favorite. I had 3 dogs of my own. I was always reading and studying about the best ways to train them and take care of them. I went to school to learn grooming and became very good at it. Then my friends started asking me to groom their dogs. One poodle I groomed took first place in a dog show. That made me very proud. After a while, I found I liked working with animals more than I liked being a chemist. So I took the money I had saved and opened my kennel. Sometimes I will have 15 or 20 dogs here. It's a lot of work, but I like doing it. Now, besides grooming, I take care of people's pets while they are on vacation. They trust me and know I will give their pets a good home while they are away. Another service I provide is teaching people to train their dogs. Sharon was one of my students about a year ago. She came here with her German Shepherd and wanted to learn how to show him in the dog shows. She learned very well. She has already won some blue ribbons and trophies. Now she is able to help me teach other students how to train their dogs. training should start early, while the puppy is only a few months old. It takes a lot of time and practice for both the puppy and the owner. At first, puppies aren't really interested in being taught new things. But they have to be encouraged in a nice way. You shouldn't yell or try to force a puppy to do something. The puppy must learn obedience and how to respond to the owner's commands. And the owner must learn the habits of his dog and how to take good care of his pet and work with him. We teach everyone that dogs will learn things a lot easier and obey their masters better if they are taught through kindness. I'm glad I made the decision to change my career. I found a lot of happiness in my work, and it's good for me. I like being my own boss and doing things the way I think is best.
Cutting someone's hair is a lot more complicated than it looks. I'm Pete, a professional hairstylist. I went to school to learn everything I needed to know. Then I worked for another hairstylist for about a year to learn the business. He was a good boss, but I'm the type of person who likes to be on my own. I wanted to have my business and operate it the way I thought was best. Now I have my own shop and 3 hairstylists working for me. Valerie is a qualified beautician, but she can style men's hair as well as women's. Besides cutting hair, a stylist has to know about the many ways of treating hair problems, like split ends, extra dry hair, and dandruff. If we find that a customer has one of these problems, we use medicated shampoos and lotions to cure the condition. And we also tell them how to take good care of their hair, so the problems won't come back. Each person has different hair and different facial features, and how their hair is cut determines how they look. So a good hairstylist has to be creative, like an artist. We talk with the customers and find out how they want to look. Then it's our job to cut and style the hair the way they want it. We have to be good enough to do it right the first time, because once the hair is cut, that's it. We're proud of our work. We like what we're doing, and we like doing something nice for others.
And when your day is over, you could look at your work and smile, 'cause you've helped a lot of people to be happier for a while. Helping other people is always kind of fun, if you're the kind of person who likes to get things done.
Ah, how wonderful to see people doing work they love. But how did they know they'd love it? How can you choose a career without even being able to try it?
Don't ask me. I certainly didn't choose a novel existence.
There must be something in here. How to know yourself. Let's see. Many people, when confronted with the baffling decisions of modern life, find themselves confused.
You can say that again.
Find themselves confused and lost.
Lost?
And speaking of lost...
Did somebody say lost? If one is lost, there are several things one must do. Number 1, do not panic. Number 2, climb a tree for orientation. Number 3, make friends with the natives.
Professor, I'm glad you're here. Maybe you can help me.
Oh, I'd love to. how can I be of service?
That's it, Professor. How can I be of service? I want to find a career in the modern world, a job that will fit my skills and personalities.
But you just said it, dear boy. You just touched the heart of the matter. Knowing oneself. Yes, yes. The world is far too eager to turn you into something you may not want to be. Yes, it takes a clear mind to make the proper decisions in life. Reminds me of the story of Spinolio.
Spinolio?
Or was it Pinocchio? No, he was the one with the nose. Yes, Spinolio, yes, a tale worth the telling. I think I will. Once, long, long, long ago, well, it wasn't that long, maybe 2 longs. Once, long, long ago, there was this village.
Once upon a time, there lived a lonely old woodsman named Giuseppe. He had never had a child of his own, though he'd often longed for one.
I'm going to call you Spinolio. Oh, wish you was a real boy instead of made of wood.
That night, something snapped in the mind of the old woodsman.
The good fairy, she's a come. My boy, the good fairy, she's a come. You'll be a good boy and go to school with the other children. After graduation, the career guidance counselor checked Spinolio's personality profile and recommended him for an appropriate job in a large downtown store.
Complaints and refunds. I want to return this lousy toaster. It's a basic job. You think you're not taking it back? You'll take it back. And I'm just saying it'll do the thing.
Said, how am I going to ever put up that? The number of returned products has declined rapidly since the advent of Mr. Spinolio. One can only be impressed by such a phenomenal phenomenon.
In his new position, his cool head in emergencies won him respect.
I was really mad. And then my wife says, no, I'm not coming out of the bathroom until you apologize. So I says, well, you can just stay in there. Boy, I'm not letting you out anyway. So then she starts to bawl. Boy, what a scene.
He was transferred to the employee counseling division of the company.
It all started when I was 3. My mother wouldn't buy me a rhinoceros. All the other kids had pets, and I hated my cat.
There he remained for many years, until his job was eliminated by a computer.
Why don't you tell me all about it? Tell me all your problems. What's bothering you?
Congratulations.
Spinolio was not prepared for retirement.
All right, fella. What you doing around here? What's your name? Where do you live? Not talking, eh? Well, you can tell it to the judge. I asked him his name and address, Your Honor. He had no answer.
Vagrancy, eh? Well, we'll give him an address for a while. 30 days.
So then I says to him, I says, your money or your life. And he says, you just try it. So that's when I got him right between the eyes.
That's nothing. Let me tell you about the time I got all these guys up against the wall, and I says, boys, you better pray, because I'm going to blow you all to kingdom come. And you know what I did? I blew them all to kingdom come.
He's really spaced out. Man, is he spaced out. I know, man. You ought to see him when he meditates.
Although he gained a certain amount of respect from his new friends, such friendships are often transient.
Hey, got a quarter for me and a quarter for my little buddy here?
Sorry I was late, Spinolio, but because you have been good and have worked hard, I will turn you into a real person.
And so, Spinolio became a real person and lived happily ever after.
Oh,
Professor, I'm as ill prepared to deal with the modern world as poor Spinolio.
But don't let the modern world intimidate you. It may force you to be something you weren't meant to be.
But how do I know a wizard is what I was meant to be?
Well, how should I know?
Oh, I'm going to give my career kit another try.
Choosing a career is as easy as 1, 2, 3. It's all a matter of finding a hat that fits.
Oh, that sounds easy enough.
But clothes don't make the man. No, you know what they say. You can't judge a book by its cover.
I beg your pardon.
Now, this one seems to fit rather nicely. Now there's a profession. Driving the great trains, taking people to their destinations, moving freight across the vast land.
Yes.
That's the life for me.
The song of the road, the song of the rail.
The dust in your face, the cinders in your eyes.
The great engines pounding and surging.
And what, if I may be so bold, do you know of engines and trains? It seems to me that back in Kells you had enough trouble with ox and wagon.
That's right. The book is right. What do I know about modern transportation? Oh, maybe there's something here on the subject. The romance of modern transportation.
The romance of Canadian transportation began in the 16th century when the first explorers set foot on our then unknown continent. The terrain was primitive and tested the resourcefulness of the traveler with its unorthodox problems. Water transport was the solution, and a native conveyance was pressed into use. It was called the canoe. Extensive waterways linking the interior to the coast were considered to be advantageous for trade. Suitable business procedures were devised. Neither the natives nor the white men realized that from their dealings, far-reaching and romantic developments would result. A new age opened without fanfare. But then, over the next quarter century, as business expanded, new and heavier demands were made on the existing facilities for carrying goods. Larger watercraft were seen to be advisable. By the 18th century, fleets of bateaux, as they were called after the French bateau, plied an extensive lake and river system made more navigable by the construction of canals and locks. Beyond the waterways, settlers had cut rough trails inland to expedite the transport of all important staples. On the new trails, the ox cart was used, reliable though somewhat slow. Oddly enough, travel over the difficult terrain was easier in winter when ice turned rivers into roads and troublesome obstructions were covered. The late 18th century saw the arrival of the colorful stagecoach. Overland routes were built to link growing towns, and passengers were whisked along in relative comfort. All this while, sea transport was growing in extent and importance. But there was one fact that the men of the sea little realized. The day of the poetic sailing ship, dependent on the whims of the wind, was fast coming to a close. A new and more manageable power had been unveiled in Europe, which was to rock the traditional concepts of transportation in North America to their very foundation. The Industrial Revolution had come to Canada. face of Canada was changed. Steam-powered railway locomotives made it possible for the far-flung provinces of British North America to be joined in one nation. Problems confronting the first Trans-Canada line, one was most perplexing, the Rockies. In spite of formidable difficulties, the mountains did not long defy the engineers. In a series of bold projects, they attacked the barrier from the west, as well as from the east, with unbelievable resourcefulness and immense daring. The early 20th century introduced the miracle of the internal combustion engine. Soon, in a new Canada, even remote northern areas lay tamed beneath our 7-league boots. Today, across this broad land, the success of our transportation network has raised great hopes for the years to come, as Canada moves forward with bold resolution to keep its rendezvous with destiny. So today, as in the past, Canada's transportation genius stands ready for anything the future may bestow.
Trains are nice, of course, but imagine piloting a plane, traveling to strange and exotic lands in no time at all. I've even had experience in the air as a bird in animal transformation class.
Kryspen, you were a 6-ounce sparrow. How can you compare that to operating a 10-ton aeroplane?
Don't be discouraged, Kryspen. When I was your age, I used to be confused.
I can well imagine.
Yes, finding yourself can be very confusing. Of course, what would you know? You never had to make a choice.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Know-It-All, but I most certainly did.
What type of aptitude does it take to be a book, anyway? I mean, first of all, you're a tree. And then the next thing you know, you're a book. Nothing more. Period. Ad absolutum.
Absolutum, my end papers.
Oh, did you hear that?
I could have been any sort of book. I could have been a book of hours, a book of beasts.
A book of matches.
Professor, how did you decide what to be?
Well, family pressures, I suppose. On my mother's side of the family, everyone tended to be ists. Like we had 2 sociologists, a pathologist, even a ventriloquist. But on the other hand, on my father's side of the family, everyone tended to be an Ian. For example, my grandfather was a theologian, my Aunt Matilda was a librarian, we had a historian, and even my Uncle Rufus, who was a Canadian.
Canadian?
Yes.
Canadian?
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's a shame there weren't any ears in our family, not even an engineer. Of course, there was my sister who married a racketeer. We don't like to talk about that very much. It seems that he made an offer she couldn't refuse.
What do you suppose is a Canadian?
Where is everybody? They should be here by now.
I see somebody coming.
Hey, Irma, how are you?
Hi.
So how you been, kiddo?
Hello, Alma. Hi, Venus.
Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, Irma, how are you? Hey, you guys?
How common.
Hey, what's going on anyway, Irma? How come we're here?
Yeah, how come? Oh, I just thought you might enjoy a little show.
Oh, boy, show! Hey, show! Hey, Irma, are you pulling my rings or what? What kind of a show is this? Are you going to dance or something?
Oh, I'm not giving it. One of my countries is.
Well, let's see. Where? I don't see nothing.
It's back here.
Oh, it's on your coat side there.
Hey, don't crowd.
Here it comes. Wow.
That's not normal, is it?
Oh, look it. It's from Canada. Hey, Jupiter, get your axes out of my way, will ya? Canadians, I know that's what they say, but who are we? How are we different than the rest of you? Hey, we've got a great big country. It goes from here to there, with mountains, lakes, and virgin forests, and people everywhere. You got a toothpick or something? Got a burnt match I can chew on?
Let's see. Tuck needs new trousers, Muck a pair of mittens. I'd like a new comb and a rug, some oil, a few steaks, something for soup.
Okay, hon.
And could you pick up a necklace for Mother?
Sure thing, dear. Well, that takes care of the shopping. Now, long ago, the Indians lived right on this very spot.
Yeah, minding our own business until you came and got.
We have two tongues officially, English and Francais. And if I spoke them equally, I guess I talk this way. Comment allez-vous? Hello. Bonjour, comment ça va? It's a fine day, did you know? May we so long? Au revoir. But who are we? What are we? Canadian, you say? I thought you might, but don't you see what's the key? The image that would make us see the law. We have a queen, did you know that? But she lives far away. She visits, though, and waves her hat, but really cannot stay. My father says that he's part Scot. His father came from Spain. My mama's folks all came from France. Great-granddad changed his name. I once built houses out of sod and harvested the plains.
Oh, boy, yahoo!
I also found a sea of cod and made a road for trains. The history books all say but we are patient too. The winters here are long enough. You have to sit them through.
Honey, have you seen today's newspaper?
And we are clever. We can cope. Our winter's near us, sir. We don't despair and give up hope. Instead, we play with snow. And also, we live underground. We don't catch cold that way. We travel, shop, and stroll around, and never see the day. Just look at all the things we are. Is that our real soul? A mixture, blend, or potpourri?
Maybe a salad bowl.
Now, adapting is what we do well. So maybe there's a clue. Our culture's still too young to gel. So why not steal a few?
Ladies and gentlemen, the barber of Toronto. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. The Red Mucklucks. The dance of the maple syrup fairy. And now, freezing beauty. Swan rink. Snow White and the Group of Seven.
Finally, the musical ride. Oh, who are we? Who are we? Who really gives a damn? You are you, and you are you, and that is what we am. Oh, Canada, you're home and all that stuff. That's all that matters, really, and that is good enough.
wonderful show.
Oh, it's great. Harry loved it. The Barber of Toronto.
Those dancing horses.
Yeah, I really thought that was terrific.
They'll love it at all four of your corners.
Well, I mean, if you ask me, I liked Krakatoa much better.
All right. Back into orbit. Hey, here comes the sun. Okay, let's get out of here. Come on. What do you think this is? Apogee time? Or is it perigee time? Irma!
Hello?
I got a good mind to melt your ice caps. Come on, let's go. I'm trying to run a system here. Okay, boss. Anything you say, boss. Come on, let's go. Hey. Okay, we're leaving. See you, Irma.
You could scarcely call him brilliant.
Who am I? Who am I? I'm hot and full of spots. Oh, who am I? Why am I? Filled with gas, which I got lots. Da-da-dum, I'm the sun. Da-dum, da-dum.
But I'm not Canadian, so that doesn't help at all. Oh, well, it's back to the career kit. Professor Rhombus isn't helping with my career decision at all.
Now it's time to take our ever-easy aptitude test. Answer 10 quick questions correctly, and the Kwick Career Course completion certificate can be quickly yours.
If I were you, Kryspen, I would quickly cast this kit aside and get on with your studies.
Oh, but wait. Aptitude is important. You have to know if you have the right ability for the job or not. I think you should take the test. And are you ready for your first question?
Ready.
Would you rather be a dog catcher or a tuba player? Would you rather be a hat maker or a house painter? In 5 words or less, what matters to you more? Money or flowers? Power or sleep? Peace or plenty? Food or laughter?
Money. No, flowers. No, I mean, yes. I mean, well, as a dog catcher, I could... Oh, no, that's more than 5 words.
Time's up. Next question, verbal skills. Ready?
Ready.
If you can tie an untied shoe, if you can retell a twice-told tale, if you can unlock a door that's locked, if you can refine a fine sugar, then do you unpeel or repeel a peeled banana?
Well, banana.
Yes.
Well, I know you can repeal a law, but I'm not sure about...
Stick to the question, Kryspen.
I guess I don't know.
Well, try this one on for size then. This is pure mathematical logic. Are you ready?
Ready.
A half-empty Honda stops in Charleston and picks up 7 passengers. But in Mobile, 12 people get off and 4 get on. When it gets to Tallahassee, 12 more get on, only to find that 16 have gotten off. Now, when the train stops in Miami, they all stop for a burger.
16 minus 8 is 8, plus 4 is 12, 17.
Wrong. A Honda only can hold 2 people.
Oh, it's useless, Professor. I don't know enough about this modern age to be good at anything. The only thing I know about is well, tracking a unicorn on a moonlit night, or healing a wound with cobwebs and dew. Every once in a while, I have the power to soothe a wearied mind, or to turn trouble away from the door, but...
Forget this test, dear boy. I have an aptitude test of my own to share with you. And here's the first and only question. What do you think is the use of magic?
Magic? Mm-hmm. Magic? Well, magic should be like a salve for a wound. It should never be wasted, even though the supply is endless. It should be used to calm and to heal and to bring comfort and sometimes pleasure. And it should never be used frivolously, but wisely, for its effects can be far-reaching. Magic will never solve all the problems of the world, but it serves its purpose if it makes just one person see the world with a little more wonder, or to see the good in others, or to see himself a little more clearly. Professor, where are you going with the kit?
You don't need this kit, dear boy. You know your talents. You'll have no problem finding a job.
Well, maybe back in Kells where wizards are needed, but what about here and now?
I think you've known all along which hat you should wear. I think we are in need of wizards more today than ever before. More than ever before.
shucks.
Well, time for a break. Oh, I think I'll read the paper, get caught up on world affairs.
Right. I think I'll watch you read the paper.
Let's see. Oh, here's the lovelorn column. Dear Gertie.
Oh, I like Dear Gertie.
Oh, you read it too.
Every day.
Oh, well, listen to this.
Right.
Dear Gertie, last week I cooked an Italian dinner for my boyfriend, complete with candles, garlic bread, and spumoni. Well, right in the middle of the entree, he picked up his lasagna and threw it in my lap, ruining my best dress. He said it was the worst thing he ever tasted. I'm still crazy about him, but I think he needs a lesson in manners. What course should I take? Signed, Posti on polyester. That's the worst, most ridiculous letter I've ever read.
What do you mean ridiculous? I'll not have you making fun of my personal life.
You wrote this letter?
Does it have an answer?
Well, no, not yet. I haven't written it yet. Oh,
you're Gertie.
Oh, secret's out. Yes, it's one of my moonlighting jobs.
Oh, what's the answer?
Well, I guess we'll just have to give you an answer right now, won't we? Let's see. Dear Posta on polyester.
That's me.
Your boyfriend sounds like a crass vermicelli. Tell him you never want to see his face in the ZT again. Or you'll give him a kick in the cannelloni. There's your answer. Signed, Gertie.
Oh, I love it. Are there any more letters?
Oh, yes, here we are. Dear Gertie, my orangutan has a nasty habit of eating the wallpaper in the dining room when I have guests for dinner. I am torn between my net...